Hey, foodie gang, what's going on? What's going on? You're tuned in to Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang. Let me get my beaner up there real quick. Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang, Season 1, Episode 27. And the sponsor of the show for today is gonna be Next Level. We want to thank him so much. He sent $15 during the last episode. I caught it kind of late. So he's going to be the sponsor of the show today. If you want to be a sponsor of the show, you have to send $15 or more to the Cash App listed down below. So to support this channel and keep the stove on, you can Cash App # Chef Big Bang. So we want to thank him so much for his contributions, and I want to thank you guys, Foodie Gang, for always contributing to the show. I appreciate it so much. So make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share this with your friends. So for this episode, season 1, episode 27, we're going to talk about should you tip or not? Should we tip or not? And so I know this is a controversial topic. Let me just get this all. Hold on, y'all. I gotta turn this light off in the back. It's bothering me. Okay, okay, there we go. Let me just get this situated, get this right, because this is just okay. There we go. I like it a little bit. Oh, you know what it is? Okay, so the my kitchen light above my stove was out for a long time, and I finally changed it, and that's why the lighting is looking kind of weird. Hey, Hassan, how are you doing? Thank you so much for tuning in. So, I got some videos that we're gonna go over, and also I'm gonna drop the link in the chat so that if you guys want to come up and react to the videos with me, you can, or if you want to just come up and tell me how you feel about tipping and whether you tip when you go out to eat, get coffee. Nowadays, it feels like everybody wants to tip. So I don't know what that's about. So okay, so before I drop the link in the chat, I'm going to share my screen with you guys and show you guys my food group on Facebook. Hey, Main Event, how are you? Main Event Fro. Hassan, drop your link in the chat, and then you can also drop Main Event Fro's link in the chat. They have really great YouTube channels, so definitely make sure that you guys go like and subscribe to those channels. And so if you're on Facebook, follow me on Facebook and join my group Chef Big Bank Foodie Gang fan page. And so I'm gonna share my screen with y'all, and I'm gonna show y'all the food. It's There's a lot going on. So this group is all foodies who we share our food, we share great recipes, and also great techniques for cooking. So if you are someone who is you want to cook more and you're learning how to cook, you definitely want to join my group. So this looks delicious. Lobster tail scallop pasta. We got some more great food. Thank you so much, Hassan, for putting those links in the chat. So yes, if you're on Facebook, follow my or join my Facebook group. There's some more great food, a little bit of surf and turf. So this was a question that I was gonna ask you guys today, Foodie Gang. Shrimp or salmon? If you had to pick, which one are you picking? Which one are you picking? For me, I'm picking salmon. This is a hard question though. I'm picking salmon because salmon is my favorite. I like salmon. It's really, really great for you. So yes, if you're on Facebook, join my group, and then I'll show you guys. This is my name on Facebook, Letitia Banks. But if you type in Chef Big Bank in the search bar, my content will come up. So yes, and then we're gonna get into these videos. So in the chat, there's the link to Hassan's YouTube channel, Main Event Fro and No Captivity with Freezy. Okay. Okay, so I've only had one other guest come up, which was Next Level. So I'm getting ready to drop this link in the chat. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Chef Big Bank is not a YouTuber and I'm not tech savvy. So I'm gonna do my best. Okay, I think this is how it goes. So I'm gonna do my best. But yeah, if anybody wants to come up and tell me how you feel about tipping, do you be tipping when you go out? What are your thoughts on it? Okay, the link is in the chat. Okay, and I also pinned it to the top of the chat. Okay, so the first video is kind of gonna get us warmed up, get us talking about tipping.
Oh, I
Let me go back in. Okay, so it says people that don't leave a tip.
bro, how much you tip her? Oh, I didn't leave a tip. You fucking piece of shit! Okay, why is it that I have to give them extra money for no fucking reason? The bill was $25. I pay $25 and I'm an asshole. How the fuck does that work? If the server was good, then you leave them a tip. Or maybe the server's just good at their job and that's why the restaurant doesn't let them go. And did you know the restaurants actually underpay them and the only way they make enough money to live is by you tipping them? So because of the capitalistic corporate greed of the company that they chose to work for, they went to the fucking interview, they accepted the job, and continue to go to the fucking job. It's my fault that they're getting underpaid. That's not my fucking. If they don't like it, get the fuck out. It's about kindness and courtesy, man. I'd rather use that kindness and courtesy to donate to a charity or something rather than to the fucking waitress who brought me my food.
Okay. Okay, so he is clearly fed up, and he kind of has a point. I kind of do feel like a lot of the restaurants make you feel like you have to tip because they're not paying the wait staff properly. And then they try to make you feel a little bit guilty by saying, oh, they only get $7 or they only get minimum wage or they're underpaid. It's like, well, I don't feel like because they're underpaid, it should be my responsibility to make up the gap. So I feel like tipping should be optional. And it's kind of become a situation where they make you feel like you have to. Um, like when I go get coffee, now they ask for a tip. Before they didn't used to do that. And so they make you feel like you have to tip. And if you don't tip, they give you dirty looks. Or they say, well, you shouldn't have never have come here before. If you don't have enough money to tip, don't come here. And it's like, well, what if the server was bad? Like what? Like does it? They never mentioned that scenario. What if the service was bad? And so we're gonna play that one more time.
Bro, how much you tip her? Oh, I didn't leave a tip. You fucking piece of shit! Okay, why is it that I have to give them extra money for no fucking reason? The bill was $25. I pay $25 and I'm an asshole. How the fuck does that work? If the server was good, then you leave them a tip. Or maybe the server's just good at their job and that's why the restaurant doesn't let them go. And did you know the restaurants actually underpay them and the only way they make enough money to live is by you tipping them? So because of the capitalistic corporate greed of the company that they chose to work for, they went to the fucking interview, they accepted the job, and continue to go to the fucking job. It's my fault that they're getting underpaid. That's not my fucking... If they don't like it, get the fuck out. It's about kindness and courtesy, man. I'd rather use that kindness and courtesy to donate to a charity or something rather than to the fucking waitress who brought me my food.
He got a point, you know. Like I said, they make you feel like you have to tip. And if you don't tip, they give you dirty looks. So I went to get coffee, right? And it's cold out in Alaska, so I get it. It's like, okay, so we have a lot of the drive up coffee stands. So I went to get coffee, and then I didn't give a tip. I didn't feel like I needed to, right? And so when I passed the card reader back to the girl, I think she saw that I didn't give a tip. And then I was like, "Oh, have a nice day." And then she slammed the window and I was like, "Damn." She was like, she was very rude. And it's like, well, why would I give you a tip when you didn't even engage in any type of conversation or you were not friendly from the beginning? She wasn't friendly, so I didn't give her a tip. And then she saw that, slammed the window, and but she was very rude. But to this day, I have not went back to that coffee stand because I feel like this. Even if I didn't tip you at that particular moment, who's to say that I'm not having a hard time financially in my life, but I won't come back the next day and bless you? You never know, or you never know that. So I feel like even if someone doesn't tip you at that moment, you shouldn't treat them badly because they could always come back and bless you. You never know who you're serving. But I'm gonna take this video out the congregation. We're gonna get into the next one.
Cool.
Okay, so the first video was someone saying they're not tipping. The second video is the opposite of that first video that we saw.
It's cool that you aren't a tipper. I get it. But it's not for you. This is for super servers and great customers and really nobody else. So if you're not into tipping, it's cool. We don't mind.
Y'all see that? He tipped $208. I don't know if this video is real or not, but I know whoever served him probably had great customer service. Or this could all be cap and it could be for a video and that's not his real receipt. I don't know, but $208, his bill was $328. I don't know, y'all. It says he went to a bar and grill and his total was $328. What could he have ordered from a bar and grill where his total was that much? I don't know. This video is kind of sketchy. Let's watch it one more time.
It's cool that you aren't a tipper. I get it. But it's not for you. This is for super servers and great customers and really nobody else. So if you're not into tipping, it's cool. We don't mind.
Y'all think this video is real or not? What y'all think about it? What y'all think? What's y'all thoughts? Okay. So in his opinion, he feels like tipping is for great servers, great customers. Um, I have the highest I ever tipped was $100, and when I did tip $100, the server was really nice, and it felt good being able to like bless someone that much. But there's not many times that I've tipped that much, that high. So let's take that video out the congregation. Okay, so the first person was against tipping. The second person was for it. The next person is kind of in the middle. He ain't having it.
Used to be you would give a tip of
He ain't having it. He is not having it. And like I understand both sides of the spectrum of people being fed up with the requirement that we have to tip, and then some people tipping great. And being someone that's worked in the kitchen, the place that I worked in was at a facility, and it was like it's kind of like a cafeteria style, so we could not accept tips. And then I worked somewhere for a short time where we did accept tips. And I just feel like this. It would be nice to have a job that paid you so well where you didn't have to depend on tips. And I think that like it's a little bit crazy that people have to depend on tips. But that's a personal choice.
so I'm not tipping anymore. I'm done. I'm out. Used to be you would give a tip if somebody gave exceptional service. When was the last time you got exceptional service anywhere? And it's just expected. They bring you the bill at the end and they're like, here, just fill this out. 20%, 25%. No, you did your job.
I agree with him. It's like they expect it. And I feel like because they expect a tip, the level of service that they feel like they have to give has drastically gone down. Like that woman at the coffee shop expected a tip. They expect tips.
They made food. You carried it to my table. You got me a Diet Coke. Thank you. That was your job. You don't get 25% because you did your job. And I'm not the bad guy here. I'm not. If you own a restaurant, just tell me what it costs. I don't want people to go hungry. What does it cost for me to get my food and also so that the wait staff doesn't have to join the cartel, do some Lord of the Flies, Oliver Twist? Like, I want people to be taken care of. Just tell me what it costs.
He has a good point. It's like like I said, they make you feel very guilty when you don't tip. And what I don't like is when the restaurants have it broken down like 15%, 25, 20%, 25%. It's like, bro, I don't need you guys to do math for me and to break it down and tell me. It's like just bring me the receipt and have a blank. It just kind of makes me mad. Like just when they have it already broken down for you, because like I said, you feel obligated to tip, and it should not be like that. Let's go ahead and play this one more time. Let's get into
So
it.
I'm not tipping anymore. I'm done. I'm out. Used to be you would give a tip if somebody gave exceptional service. When was the last time you got exceptional service anywhere? And it's just expected. They bring you the bill at the end and they're like, here, just fill this out. 20%, 25%. No, you did your job. They made food. You carried it to my table. You got me a Diet Coke. Thank you. That was your job. You don't get 25% because you did your job. And I'm not the bad guy here. I'm not. If you own a restaurant, just tell me what it costs. I don't want people to go hungry. What does it cost for me to get my food, and also so that the wait staff doesn't have to join the cartel, do some Lord of the Flies, Oliver Twist? Like, I want people to be taken care of. Just tell me what it costs.
Exactly. Oh, and then when they say that you get free bread or free chips, nothing is free in a restaurant. It is included in your bill. Nothing is free. Do not let them fool you. I agree with him. They're like, oh, just fill this out. And like I said, they have it all broken down. It's like when it's like it should be my choice. If I want a tip, I want a tip. But I also feel like I don't. People just seem like they've gotten meaner. They seem like they've gotten meaner, and everyone is just very unhappy. Everyone is just very unhappy right now, and there's nothing anybody can do to fix it. Everybody's like pissed off, mad as heck. Oh, and I also make children's content. I dropped the link in the chat for Ava's Playtime. Definitely go subscribe to that for kids. If you have any nieces, nephews, cousins. He said Lord of the Flies. What is that? I mean, and and he is kind of right. It's like all you're doing is carrying food to a table. Let's go ahead and take him out of the congregation. Let's pull up our next video.
First, make two.
So the he is talking about why it's essential to tip. Why tipping is essential when dining at a restaurant.
Most servers make $2.13 an hour plus tips. It's in the thing. So when you compare it to the cook who makes 15, 20 bucks an hour, when you compare it to I don't get tipped at my job, your job you probably make 20 bucks an hour. These people are signing up for a job that is the tips are expected and included and part of the process because they make $2.15 an hour plus tips. That's what it says. I'm not saying that I think everybody should tip 30, 40, 50% all the time. However, going in there, people should definitely understand that tipping is part of it.
Sure.
And I think it's set up this way so people can go above and beyond and give exceptional service and get rewarded for doing that and make 40, 50, 60, $100,000.
I mean, but it's like they did sign up for it. It's not like anybody forced them into doing it. Now, there are some waiters who say that they can make a lot of money. So, I don't know. It's just it's an awkward conversation though when you don't tip and you eating somewhere. So, okay, so this is how I feel. If you're going out to eat, that's different. You should, if you have extra funds, you should definitely leave a tip. I'm not saying it has to be 15, 20%. But if you're getting coffee and they're handing you a tablet and your coffee's already $7, $8, I don't feel like you should have to tip. I don't feel like it should be something that you have to do. Let's go ahead and play this video one more time.
Most servers make $2.13 an hour plus tips. It's in the thing. So when you compare it to the cook who makes 15, 20 bucks an hour.
Okay, hold on. Let me get Hassan up here. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing?
My bad. I think I had you down there waiting in the queue for a long time.
No, I only been here like 2 minutes, so you're good. You're
Oh,
good.
okay. It doesn't ring or anything. It just like
Yeah,
it just
you gotta look at it. That's why, because that happened to me
oh,
the other
okay.
day. Somebody was waiting. I didn't even notice until I seen him. You just gotta look.
I know, so I gotta keep checking it every once in a while. But thank you so much, Hassan, for coming up. You're the second guest to ever come up.
I appreciate you for the cash out the other day too. I thank you.
Oh yes, definitely. And I'll definitely have to make my appearance onto your show as well.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I didn't even see your cash app until later on. It didn't ring or nothing. I had to go my email. I said, "Wait, I got a cash app." I was like, "What?"
I know it's like sometimes they be coming in late. It's weird. It's very weird.
Yeah, but now I can't cash it out now. I gotta go to the bank and see what's going on. Uh, so hopefully,
Oh, okay.
because I got scammed for $15 on the cash app
Ow.
because I sent it to somebody a cash app, another show, but it turned out it wasn't the the cash app name. I sent it to it had his symbol, 2K, right? It had his symbol and his name, but it wasn't the right person. It was like a fake account.
Oh yeah, they be having the scammers on Cash App. So Hassan, how do you feel about tipping?
Depends on the person. If they're nice enough, you tip them. Because I used to work at a restaurant, Subway. Tips helps out a lot. Extra cash, um, for gas. Grab something to drink. Maybe you don't have enough money. You gotta wait for your paycheck. Tips can help, but at the same time, if the employee is rude, because back in the day, I used to be when customer comes, I used to be mad as why? Because the owner frustrating, the managers are frustrating. You're not getting enough pay. Like, god damn it! And turns out that the owners were saving their money so they can go to the vacation in Europe for a month. Like, god damn it! But the point is, tipping depends on the person. And even if somebody's giving you a hard time, at least understand what's going on. Like, try to figure out, is the manager upsetting him, the owner? Did he or she had a long day? Like, like for me, when I go in, because I've been in that situation, I try to understand. If they're maybe in the beginning they had an attitude, but after a while they calm down, they give you the soda, they bring you the food, they start to smile. Maybe the attitude will change, but everybody's different. That's how I. Sometimes I tip them
Yeah.
$5, $4. If they're really good, maybe 8, $10.
What's the most you ever tipped?
The most, maybe $12, $12 to $15. It's between there.
You said $12? You ain't playing. No,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I feel like people are kind of getting kind of ruder, or they're
Because
getting meaner.
well, yeah, because everybody's stressed. Everybody's stressed in the restaurant business. The manager's rude to you. Sometimes the customer's rude to you, and you just bite your tongue because you don't want to get fired or nothing. But after a while, you get sick of it and you blow off on the customer. It really depends because a lot of people are just frustrated. No one's getting paid enough. No one's tipping enough. So, it can boil all up at the same time, and people just explode. And you're right, they are becoming more and more rude.
Yeah, I feel like the restaurant business is very difficult, and I wouldn't want to be in it either. It's very, very stressful. And like you said, nobody's getting paid right. Everybody's stressed out. You know, the economy's only getting more and more expensive.
Well, but when you
So
think about it, that's like every job. Like everybody works, you know. So you should know the stress days, the fun days. Sometimes you and the boss, you and the manager, you and the coworker go at it. Sometimes, you know, that's like literally every job. But the restaurant, the supermarket, because you see customers 24/7. That's why the frustrations go so high that you're angry all the time. Some people get lucky; they only have to deal with their boss, and that's it. But other than that, it's just too much, you know, too much people.
yeah, I agree with you on there. It's just it's too much. And I think the hard thing about it is like it's one of those jobs where you gotta be fake all the time. So I'm just like, it takes that one customer where you just like, forget it. I'm snapping.
Yeah, yeah. It takes one because you. What I noticed is people like stay quiet. "Oh, I don't want to lose this job. They take it, they take it, they take it. After the 20, they lose it. And on top of that, you have the manager probably doesn't like you. And you have a coworker you might not get along with. So it just boils up, you know, or they talk about behind your back. You know, it's like every workplace. But the like I said, especially when you deal with customers and you have that, the coworker, the manager, it just becomes too much. And some
Yeah.
people some people bring their home problems to work, makes it even worse for that person, you know, because whatever they have going on at home and they bring it to work and they take their anger on somebody. Because I've seen that happens a lot. Because the subway that I used to work at, they closed it down, but it was crazy. The
Yeah,
lady
there's a
owned,
lot of drama. A lot of
no, no,
drama in the kitchen.
no. This one was even crazier because she's Indian. She owned 4 stores, right? And I
Yeah.
worked at all three. I go back and forth. Somebody calls out. Literally, every new manager she hires didn't even last a month. This one manager
Mm.
uh stole $1,000 and took off. The
What?
manager, the store manager, stole 1,000, but at least they took it out of her paycheck. So literally they only she got away with 300 because her paycheck was like 700, $800, some around there. Then
Dang.
this one girl was doing cocaine in the back. This one guy was selling weed. It's like what was there's a bunch of stuff going on. It's crazy, crazy, and you learn.
Yeah, it's
How to,
crazy in the kitchens. Okay, so the kitchen I worked in, hold on, we got main event. Let me see if I can. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? I'm good.
What's going on? Main event, bro?
I don't know. I just got off, made it to the crib.
salute, main event.
Salute to y'all, son. So y'all
Okay,
talking
so
about tipping.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so how do you feel about tipping?
It's part of going out. You ask me. Like I always, if I can't tip, I don't even go out.
Oh, you one of them people.
Yeah, yeah. That's
What
all. But the
is the
question,
most you ever tipped?
like $20.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The
If I
most
got,
I
if I
tipped
got,
is $100. It only happened one time though.
if I got it, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But tipping really like it. It's the way of these super cats. You know what I'm saying?
You're cutting it off. You're cutting off, main event.
I'm cutting off. You hear me
Yeah,
now? I'm good.
yeah.
Yeah,
You're
it's
good.
okay. Tipping at a restaurant is something like super chats on the internet.
Good, man.
Oh, so it's like a sign of respect. How do you feel about tipping when you like go out to get coffee or like do the drive-through?
You
Do you
don't,
feel
you
like
don't
it's
need
the
to tip.
same?
No, you don't need a tip. Then a cup of coffee. What you tipping for? You at the drive-through. What you tipping for? That's the come and go, right? You really tipping because you sitting down, enjoying yourself, and getting good, good service. Now if the service messed up, you don't want to tip no bad service because you got to punish bad deeds, right? So you can't tip nobody who being rude and not doing what they're supposed to do.
Okay. How do y'all feel when they bring you the bill and the tip is like broken down by like 15%, 10%, 15%, 25, or like something like that? How do y'all feel about that when they're telling you how much you got to tip? Does
That's
that bother
that's
Well,
y'all too?
yeah, that's rude. You don't tell me how to tip my money.
That's
yeah,
how I feel.
that's true. But some people like they expect you to tip because the 10, 20, because of all the work they done, especially the ones who did a good job, bringing you soda, bringing you food, asking you every 5 minutes, are you good? Are you okay? You need something else? Like I understand it because I used to work at a restaurant. But again, I also understand I used to be the rude to the customer too. No, because it's frustrating, especially when you make Subway and you're looking. At least if you're in the back, that's different. But when you're making the sandwich and you're looking at them, this one lady telling me put the mayonnaise like in a W, and I'm looking like who gives a damn? It's mayonnaise, like, and she got mad. Like I said, fuck this. It was like, but yeah, the restaurant gets frustrating. And now imagine you're in a bad mood and I'm in a bad mood. It's not gonna end well.
Right.
Yeah, the
So-
customers be acting some crazy stuff. You be like, bro, what?
but you know why though? After a while, the businesses keep saying customers always right, and that's a problem. Customers not always right, and people actually kept saying that in their head. Oh, I'm right, I'm right, and that's why they think they're always right. No, but seriously, that Subway that I worked at was crazy. New drama every day. Like people literally walked out. I literally had to work 8, 6, 7 hours by myself. I was pissed. The line was on the door. If you were there, you see the frustration in my
What?
face. I almost locked the door and left.
Yeah.
No,
Wow.
because it was bad. It was bad. Like I'm telling, like I told you, the manager stole $1,000. The only time a manager
He said,
lasted
I'm
3
out here. Give my money.
But this one manager lasted 3 months. She did a really good job, but the owner didn't want to pay her. The owner was cheap. He didn't want to give her extra. And I'm the one who used to tell her, hey, you have a good crew. Pay them well. You lose them, you're done. She lost 3 out of the 4 Subways now. I don't know if the last one closed, but the 3 of them are.
Mm.
But they're good. They're good. But because her husband is a pharmacist manager, her parents owns like a smoke shop, and they got that one Subway. But yeah, it was like a night. And you know what? On top of that, when her husband comes to the store, he cusses out the manager out in front of the customers too, yelling and
What?
fireman. Man, I wish it was a TV show. We could have made money out of that. I wish I would recorded. No,
Nah,
literally.
some people don't need to own nothing. Some people just don't even need to be in the restaurant business. They don't know what they're doing.
No, but what's crazy about that owner, she didn't give it. She even hired literally we had all the teenagers, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
What?
Yeah, but you know what the amazing thing is? The 13-year-old was the best work out of all of them, even the adults. And she had 2 jobs. Well, her other job was on the weekend. She cleans the whores, like those rich farmer people. She goes, cleans the whore, and they pay her like $150, 150 or something like that. And Subway is her second job, and she goes to school. So the 13-year-old was a hard worker than most of the adults. Like, God damn. But yeah, she literally had all the teenagers and adults It's like, god damn, every week somebody new, people walking out, people quitting. And even customers never came back. The originals, the customers we always see, they left. They said, fuck this. So,
Yeah, I don't blame them. I mean,
yeah, it was
mm,
like I'm
that's
telling you.
crazy. I've never had underage workers anywhere where I worked.
No, in America, if you're 15 and 16, you could work. No. 16, you can work like about 14 and 15. On a school year, you're only allowed to work 3 hours. Maybe it's in our state. I don't know about your state. If you're 14, 15, but only 3 hours on a school day. When it's day like Saturday, Sunday, or summer, you can work the regular 8 hours. But she had a 13-year-old. That would blew my mind. But it is what it is. Because in her country is normal. They have like 10-year-old, 9-year-old, 12-year-old work under the mountain they dig. Have you seen those documentaries? Like they literally take them under the mountain. They dig for diamonds, gold. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah.
Crazy. I'm gonna play this video, get y'all reactions to it.
Most servers make $2.13 an hour plus tips. It's in the thing. So when you compare it to the cook who makes 15, 20 bucks an hour, when you compare it to I don't get tipped at my job, your job you probably make 20 bucks an hour. These people are signing up for a job that is the tips are expected and included and part of the process because they make $2.15 an hour plus tips. That's what it says. I'm not saying that I think everybody should tip 30, 40, 50% all the time. However, going in there, people should definitely understand that tipping is part of it.
Sure.
And I think it's set up this way so people can go above and beyond and give exceptional service and get rewarded for doing that and make 40, 50, 60, $100,000.
I feel like he is right, and people should be going above and beyond, and should be tipping when you go out to eat at a restaurant. But I think that the servers are not going above and beyond anymore. They're kind of just expecting it.
Yeah.
What do y'all think?
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the only person deserve a tip right now is the pizza delivery guy or the lady. At least they're being nice when they come to your house. Like, because even Uber drivers, sometimes they eat your food or just mess your food up. Or there are stories like that. You'd be surprised.
What? I never heard of that before.
Oh, seriously. Over here, they do it over here in my city.
Wow.
They eat the food? That's foul.
Some people eat their food. Some people mess their like let's say they bring you the food and they got the bag upside down. The whole thing is falling. Oh, there's a lot of stories over here. I don't know.
What? I gotta do an episode on that.
I'm pretty sure somewhere out there in social media world. Go ahead, main event.
Yeah, man. As long as you give good service, I think you should get tipped though. But some servers like do really, really good. Come home with like 2 weeks worth of money in 2 days. Sometimes 1 day. Come home with like 2 weeks worth of a paycheck. And that'd be on a good day. They really don't make as much money. And if they do their job, sometimes they don't get tipped. And that's where the frustration kick in. And they'll take it out on the next customer because somebody just left a couple quarters on the table being funny, a couple pennies on the table just to be funny. I done seen that. They just leave change on the table. Yeah, they can take their change right here. That's all they can get. I'm like, y'all just ate good though, you know? Like, you just got some good service. Then they get frustrated, take it out on the next people that come in. And that's pretty much how it, you know, like you said, Hassan, it can go through different aspects too. It can be management or just had a bad day.
Yeah. Have you seen the one when the guy tipped $1,000 to the lady? There's a video out there.
That's amazing.
I think it's on TikTok or YouTube somewhere in the short. He literally left her $1,000 for good service. Like, God damn.
Hey, if you can do it now, if you can do it, I recommend it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always good to give. You know.
Yeah.
Good.
What up? What up? What up? Next level. Salute to you.
Salute.
Oh, what's up, Next Level? Oh, let me put your. Oh, Next Level, thank you so much for the Cash App. You're the sponsor of the show for today. Yeah, I feel like you should tip if you can, but some servers are really rude. But one thing I will say, like, if you go out to eat somewhere and you have a bad server, it really ruins the experience, no matter how good the food is. If the server is bad, it would just ruin the whole experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you go to those 5-star restaurants, they definitely not gonna mess up. They have to be polite and respectful. Because if you go to those regular restaurants like Subway, stuff like that, yeah, you're gonna get a rude employee. You got to go to those expensive ones.
And you definitely gonna have to tip there. They I was watching this one video where the guy said that tips are supposed to be given before you eat. You're supposed to tip
Mm.
when you first get to a restaurant so that you get good service. And I'm like, what?
I don't know. It kind of sound interesting.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe
like, I don't,
maybe I
what
need to try
restaurant you
that.
mean that?
I don't know. I got to see my service first. You know, I got to see what you gonna do
Yeah,
without having the
like
money.
y'all might try to play me.
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't trust y'all, but I'm gonna play this next video.
So I'm at the airport getting Annie Ann's, and the girl who was checking me out was like, all right, finish up on that screen. You know what was on the last part of the screen? Frickin' tip option. I said, like, I literally stood there stunned. All she did was put a pre-made stale pretzel into a bag and hand it to me. When is this madness gonna end? Also, when did they stop making their own honey mustard that's used to slap? I don't want this crap. This isn't the same.
So she's saying she pretty much went to Aunt Annie's. I don't know if y'all ever heard of that before, and the girl wanted a tip. I did see this is one of the situations I said they pressing it, they pressing it with the tips. What y'all think?
Yeah, that's that force tip. That what she was saying. They try to force her to tip at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that ain't. I don't even like places like that, but it seems like everybody picking up that habit and everybody getting these new machines, and it got that tip percentage on it. Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, when you tell me you have to tip, I'm not tipping. You know, that's why you gotta. But again, in each restaurant, when you go to you gotta be careful when you make them mad because you don't know what they're gonna do to your drink or food. Especially when you
Yeah.
don't see it. At least the Subway, you can see it or whatever sub those some restaurant you can at least. But some restaurants like you be polite, you know. Even if they give you bad energy, at least wait until you get your food. Then hey, why you being rude to me? At least you got your food. You know, don't explode on them like, hey, why you being rude to me or whatever, you know. Unless you decide if you're planning to leave, then okay, you tell them, hey, don't be rude to me like that. But if you're gonna stay and eat, just wait, be patient till your food and drink on the table. Then tell, hey, why you being rude? Tell the manager or whatever. Be careful because you don't know they're gonna they might spit in. It gets crazy.
Mhm.
It gets crazy.
Yeah, they do that. They will do it. Drop your food on the floor, pick it up, put it back on your plate.
Yeah, I believe you.
Mhm.
I saw this
I
one
done seen it.
video where this dude dropped a bun on the floor and put it on the plate. But I be telling my sister when I go out to eat with her, I'm like, don't be acting rude. Don't cuss them out before we get our food. I don't send no food back. because I don't trust them. Like, you know,
Damn.
I'll say
Yeah,
that.
just got to be careful.
Yeah. I like what Next
Yeah.
Level just said too. He said, some of them just mandatorily added on there. I done seen that too. It's just like, what? Man, my food's supposed to be this much, and they just automatic put the tip on there. Automatic take it off your
Yeah, I
card.
don't like that either.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that either when they tell me how much to tip or when they add it to my bill, I just don't like it. I don't like it.
906, I got a question for you. In Alaska, do you have like a different restaurants than over here, like in the regular state? Because in Arizona, for example, like in the west side, we have Jack uh, Jack in the Box, In and Out. The East Coast don't have those restaurants. Do you have similar stuff like that or no?
Um, Off the top of my head, no. Okay, so we have a couple of the chain restaurants. Like we just got a Raising Cane's, but I don't know if there's any that are specific to like the West Coast that are up here. We have a lot of like mom and pops, but we have definitely got McDonald's. We just got a
Yeah,
Raising Cane's. We got Texas Roadhouse,
yeah, we have that too.
Golden Corral, Applebee's, but none of them are like just on this coast.
Yeah, yeah.
But
What about you, main event, bro, in Mississippi?
Just the old normal. You talking big restaurants or small?
Either one doesn't
Either
matter.
one, like McDonald's, yeah,
You just
McDonald's, Wendy's. We got Cane's down here, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars, Domino's, it's one Domino's left.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they done shut them jokers down. That one Domino might be shut down soon.
Do
Uh,
you guys have Ray Pizza over there or no?
what kind of pizza again?
Ray's Pizza.
Uh,
We
no,
have
we
it.
don't got that
not that I
either.
know of.
What about
What is that?
he sells pizza, just like pizza, but they're really good. Way
Okay,
better than Domino's and all that. What about
okay, I got a couple of those.
what about Lenny's Burgers? Do you guys have Lenny's Burgers in your town or city?
Nah, it's just a backyard burger, and
No, Lenny's.
we got
Sound good.
we got the Roadhouse, the Applebee's, the Wesley Sizzlers. They shut down Ryan's. They shut down Bourne Hills. Some seafood place. I don't eat seafood though.
Yeah,
I'm allergic to it. So yeah,
because
man.
because when I found out that some states don't have the same restaurants that we do, I was surprised. The East
Yeah.
Coast don't have Jack in the Box. They don't have In and Out. I don't know about.
See, I ain't heard of none of that.
Yeah. We're as big over here.
Mm.
When I lived in Oregon, they had a Chick-fil-A and then they had a Jack in the Box. But we don't have that in Alaska.
Oh, really? Damn.
No, we don't have any of those.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Chick-fil-A. Yeah.
How
go
far?
ahead.
How far do you go to Canada since you're closer to Canada? Big.
No, I've never been out of the country. No. But you would have to drive and when you're driving in Alaska and it's like winter, there's really hard conditions. And then it's like moose can run out on the road and it's just scary.
A
Damn.
moose. A moose run out in the road. I know
Yeah.
deer.
Yeah,
I know
yeah, they
deers
be
run
running out
out.
on the road. It's
Wow.
so scary, but if you see a moose, you gotta stop and let them go because they're really big, like 1,000 pounds.
Right.
Damn.
Your
Wait.
car is
So
not gonna win.
wait. 907. So you guys only have two major cities up there, right? And everything else small towns in Alaska.
Only one, I think.
Oh, and everything else is small
Anchorage.
towns, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
Mm.
okay. Damn.
Mm.
yeah. So we're gonna play this next video, And let me we're gonna get your thoughts after.
I'm not gonna tip you just because you turned the iPad around and I pushed the button, bro. Like,
Yep.
the comment that I absolutely hate the most is like when people say like, if you can't tip, don't go out. Like, it's not. I'm not gonna give out free money, and it's just companies trying to get away with not paying their employees what they
Yes.
earn. And they have
yeah.
the assets to pay these people more, but they just don't want to.
Yep.
They give you this option to tip, given this like social pressure to
Yep.
tip. And I agree with you. Like, if it's a server and they're coming multiple times and they're giving me good service, bro, I'm gonna
No
tip
doubt.
you. If you're a bad server, you don't get a tip, bro. Like, if
Yeah.
you're not working hard, if you come and like you give me water once and you don't come till I ask for the check, like,
Yep.
I'm not gonna fucking tip you. Like, tips are earned, bro. Like,
Yeah.
tips are earned, and companies should pay their people more so they don't have to fucking worry about tip.
I mean, I agree, but what's happening right now is that the minimum wage has gone up in some states, and we're seeing a lot of people be let go. So it's really just a shame that like they finally started to pay people more, and now everybody's getting fired or laid off.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah, but you know the problem with minimum wage. Now, let's say I don't know how much is in your state, but in our state is like 15. Okay, minimum wage is now. Imagine if you've been in that company for 15, 10 years and you barely made 15, and this newcomer is making 15, and then they're definitely not going to give you a raise. Even if they give you $1 raise, you're still going to be pissed. So I wasted 10 years and this guy just comes and a lot of people quit like that. A lot of people got frustrated. They definitely not going to pay you. Now imagine the restaurant, the one I went to. She had a lot of good employees, but she was not paying enough. Then next thing you know, she's on vacation. Her and her husband in a month. She comes back and everything's a mess. It's like, God, they should pay people more, but it is what it is, And that's why, like I was telling you, the manager was stealing. We had 4 employees were stealing. People selling, like I was saying, people doing cocaine, people selling weed, people selling drugs. What the fuck is this? And this is by the white people town. That's not even the ghetto. There's all white, fancy white people. Like near the rich, farmer fucking. Like, God damn. But yeah, it's like they should pay more, but it is what it is, Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, man. They do need to pay more. And that is very, very frustrating when you sat there all them years, make that money, somebody come in, make the same much. But as for the waitress, yeah, man, I think I got a question to that though. Like, how did tipping start and where did it start at? Because I never did do no research about tipping. I just grew up that's how I grew up into it. We went out to eat, we tip, you know what I'm saying? And I just carried that with me. I go out, I tip. So but where did this all start at? Like, was it the
That's a
rich
good
giving to the poor?
question.
Like, was it the rich people and the poor people work for the rich, and that's how tipping started? And then people just elevated it to evolved it into a business matter where they can pay the waitress and waiters more, but decided not to, or that's what I'm wondering.
Well, according to Google, the earliest recorded name to tip a guy named Kashim. So on record, Kashim. That's the first human to tip. But it doesn't say
What
the
year was that?
it doesn't say the year, but it gives us a century. 33rd century of BCE. So that's way
Wow, way back.
way
Okay,
back.
I never thought about that, but that's a good question. So they was tipping forever,
Right.
but I think now they ain't.
Yeah, they
But
have
again,
got carried away with it.
it's different tips than we think. Some people tip, oh, here's a sheep, he's a horse, he's a house. Because back
Oh,
then,
I see what you're
Mm,
saying.
yeah, or here's a clothes, or here's like a back then they used to like gold stuff. How the currency was back in the day.
right,
So
trade.
tipping can be different things. Not like now cash and stuff like that.
Yeah, all they want is money now.
Oh yeah.
Wait, do you guys read next level comment?
Oh
You
yeah,
said
I did, but let me read it out loud. Hey, no captivity with Freezy. Okay, so next level said, and if
Freeze.
you tip with the card, not all of it goes to the server because the company gets a percentage. I did not
Oh,
know that.
wow.
That is very, very shady.
well,
That's
yeah,
shady.
it's business, man.
That's
Everything.
crazy.
I'm gonna make sure I only tip in cash. That is.
That's what I usually do, tipping cash. And
But now here's the question though: does all companies, all restaurants do that, or just the big ones? All this, like, which are we talking about? Everybody that
And they're
do?
probably gonna say, "Oh, we got to take out a percentage for you using our card service or something like that." Make sure you guys like and subscribe to No Captivity with Freezy. It's a great show. Definitely make sure you head over there, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell so that when he goes live, you get notified. That is crazy. I never knew that about the card machine.
And you know what's funny? I always tip cash. I never tip with my card, so I never knew that.
yeah,
Yeah, you just
some
That's
gotta be
crazy.
careful.
scamming their own employees. I already ain't paying them nothing.
Yeah, it's like, dang, y'all don't want to pay them, and now you're taking out a portion of their tips. Come on.
Hey, they always find a way to make money. Everything's money. The business, they're trying to take every penny that you have.
It's
Why?
crazy. Okay, I got one more video for us. And then make sure you guys go back and watch the other episodes of my live show. The last episode I did really great. See episode 26. Make sure you go back and check that out. That was also about money as well. Let me go ahead and play this last video and I'll get y'all thoughts on it after I play this video.
Can I please place an order for pickup? Absolutely. What can I get for you? Sorry, this is a little bit of a big one. I'm gonna get 3 chicken Alfredos, 2 barbecue chickens, 1 barbecue ribs, 3 sides of rice, 2 side salads, 1 veggie, and 3 Sprites. That sounds great. We can have it ready in an hour. I'm really sorry to ask this, but we're really hungry. Is there any way we could have it ready earlier? Oh, okay, let me just double check with the kitchen. So since it's a Saturday night, we're looking really busy, so the earliest they can have it ready is in 45 minutes. Awesome, thanks for that. Tell the kitchen we said thank you. I'll be there in 45 minutes. Hi, I'm here to pick up my takeout order. Your total's gonna be $140.38. MasterCard, please. Excuse me, why is this machine asking me for a tip? Oh, if you don't want to leave a tip, there's a button to skip it on the screen. Okay, well, just so you know, tipping isn't for takeout. Again, there's a button to skip if you don't want to leave a tip. You should really take the tip option off for takeout. That's a little bit rude. Okay, well, here's your food. Have a nice day.
So I think we kind of touched on this. When you're just handing me my food or it's something simple, you should not get a tip. But I want to give a shout out to No Captivity with Freezy for sending $10 to support the show and keep the stove on. Thank you. But Hassan, let me get your thoughts on the video.
Like, guys, yeah, like if they're giving you the option, like, damn, like, I wish that wasn't there. But sometimes if that person's being nice, just give them the tip. If they're being nice, if they're kind of being rude about it or they're giving you like a dirty look, then yeah, that's not gonna happen. But if they're really being nice, give them $5, $10, something. Maybe, that's what I think about it. It really depends on the person.
Oh man.
What do you think, Main Event?
She said takeout.
Yeah, she said takeout.
Why should you tip for takeout? That's what I want to know. Why is it popping up on the screen for takeout? But if you want to tip, you can tip. And if you don't want to tip, just hit the next button, the skip button. She say, hit the skip button. You ain't got to get on a hard time. Like in the video, she was actually, presenting, giving the cashier a hard time. You ain't gotta give him a hard time. Just hit the skip button and skip your way back to the car so you can eat.
Yeah, because like in all honesty, it's really not their fault. The company that they work for factored it into the system. But when you're working in the kitchen or customer service like this, you're the messenger. So any complaints come to you, and you're like, it's out of my control. I didn't do it.
Right. Right. That's the thing that I guess some customers either don't understand that or they don't want to understand it. It's one of the two, because I got cussed out for the trucks not coming in through the winter storm. Like, why y'all ain't got no food in here? Y'all ain't got no steaks on this thing? So some customers they just be rude for no reason.
May not be pro, but there are people they do understand, but they do it on purpose anyway. Just
right, yeah.
Maybe it makes them amused. Maybe it gets them excited.
Adrenaline rush.
Yeah. But something that backfires depends if you say it to the wrong person. So that's why you got to be careful. You don't know who.
No, but it just feels like you're being set up all day. Because it's like when you're working in the restaurant industry, it's like the customers are getting mad at you for things that are out of your control.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes it frustrating for a lot of people and why there is such a high turnover rate.
Well, there's one customer that got mad at me because the prices went up like $1 more or something. I'm not the owner. I don't run, He said, let me call I said, I can't give you that number. If they come, you can talk to the manager. That's the best you can do. But I want to talk to the owner. I say, you can yell all day, but you're wasting your time. I have no control over this. It's like, God damn. So, but what happened, I tried to be reasoned with him, but again, it pissed me off. Then I said, no, you got to bounce. Then I became rude to him. I said, you know what? I made his sound. I did on purpose. I messed up his sandwich. He just walked out. Then I ate it myself. You're not going to do that to me. And then he complained. This fucker complained to the owner. And I explained it to the owner. He said, no, we're good. We're good. Don't worry about it. I said, all right. Because I'm trying to explain I have no control. Like, do you understand English? Man, it was cool experience. I'm not going to lie. I had fun. But imagine 99% of them, like a bunch of white people. Like, fuck. Like, the only time you see brown people, black people is usually workers. The only black person I've seen that lives there is like one black guy actually lives there. Other people in color, they work either the construction, they cut the grass or whatever, and they do their job and bounce. But it's like, God damn, calm down. And again, you got to watch your temper because Sheriff Mike is around the corner. One phone call and you're screwed. So you got to watch that temper, Now imagine me looking like this. All he can do, look, Al-Qaeda is coming to get me, and it's game over for me. But
the food service industry is very traumatizing. One of my episodes, I went over fast food nightmares, and then it was just like a bunch of people just acting crazy. The fast food workers were saying that they be having nightmares.
What? Wow.
Be having nightmares about working in fast food because it's the craziest people.
True. If you ever work at a restaurant, you got to have patience. Or let me take that back. But most jobs you deal with customers. If you can't deal with people, like, there's some jobs you don't have to deal with customer, just the owner. If you don't have patience, don't now work, especially in a restaurant, don't work with customer. You're gonna, especially if you don't have no patience, you're gonna lose your, So when you think about it, it's like a lot of jobs you have to deal with people, Just deal with your boss. He tells you what to do and handle your business. And if you guys go at it, at least it's you and the boss. Because when you deal with customers, it just adds on more and more and more frustration.
And I'm telling you, they're getting more and more entitled.
Wait, isn't it minimum wage going up this year again? I heard every year it goes up. I don't know.
That's what they say. Oh, and back to what you were saying. I thought when minimum wage changed, everyone that was already employed there, their wage would go up too. So you're saying that if you were hired before the increase, it doesn't automatically increase for you?
Well, this one I have
That's
my
bad.
friend. He worked at Walmart almost 10 years now, and he said he got like 25 cents.
That's it.
That's it. He was pissed. So, like, I wasted 10
That's how,
years.
yeah, that's how they gonna give you. Then like, man,
Wow, that's
it's crazy,
foul.
man, because you put in all that work only for a rookie to come in, and then what makes so bad about it, they'll allow you to, well, they'll tell you to train this person to take your job. You train this person up, and then they end up getting out the hours. They cut your hours because maybe you one of the ones like me. Maybe keep your foot on 10 toes, and yeah, it's wild, man. The retail business. I'm in retail now, but I've been in the restaurant business. That's wild. On the corner store business. That's crazy. So yeah, it is.
No, but you know what's crazy
Wow.
about that main event?
Yeah.
I used to work at Walmart for a while, and my friend, he's been there longer. We started to notice something. The people that have been there 15, almost 20 years, they mess with them on purpose so they can hopefully quit.
Yep.
Put them in
Yeah.
stressful hour because they're
Yep.
about to reach that 20 years, They're
Mhm.
getting close. So they mess with them. They mess with their hours. They make them work overnight. Oh, you got to stay and do this.
Mhm.
A lot of them would say, I can't handle this, and they quit. And we thought, in the beginning, when you think about it, it's probably they need extra people, maybe they lost people. But there's like a pattern, like one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other.
Yeah,
Wait a
you
minute,
notice it.
they're doing this on purpose. This is not, like God. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful with this. So
Yeah,
because
these
like I said,
companies don't have loyalty to nobody. So always have your plan B. While you're working for these restaurants or corporations, be building your own brand at the same time or your own business. Because don't put in 20 years somewhere and be thinking you're finna retire because they'll fire you at 19 years just to make sure you don't get retirement.
and that's why you got to be careful. Either own your own business or you're gonna
Especially
stay.
nowadays.
Oh yeah. Because I have a friend, he's trying to open a construction business, but that's one problem: the paperwork, the license, and his other Mexican, the people that do the same thing, they won't show him how to do it. They won't take him because in their mindset he's gonna take business away from me, and they work together, and it's like, God damn. So that's why you gotta have the.
If you're good at what you do, you don't have to constantly be worried about that.
Yeah, but again, not everybody has that mindset though. If you do, hey, good for you. You gotta make it work out here no matter what. But some people they freaking out, and some people, get fired or they just quit because it's too much stress, and then they mess up their 20-year plan or whatever, retirement or whatever they have in the idea. Now they got to take out, they're saving money now, to pay their bills. Like, it messes everything up. It is what it is. That's how the system is built. When you actually think outside the box, it's like, God damn. Like, throw me. Remember how I keep telling you main event, like, throw me a bone, like let me a flag. Like, God, I don't need this stress. But hey, if you're lucky, like if you like some of us out here are lucky, you know, that like they got talent. They end up being a producer in the music, in the becoming a chef, a lawyer. If you're in that government entertainment business or sports, hey, you're lucky. You have something. You have, you know, in the entertainment. But if you're in, like in the regular jobs, yeah, you're screwed. Like paycheck to
Real.
paycheck, working these normal, like especially nowadays. Yeah, good. You have work. You work at McDonald's. You collecting a paycheck. Good for you. But long term, you're getting screwed over. You're not unless like Subway, the only career you can have, become a manager and become a Subway inspector. Like they have literally have like you can go and you can make good money. You can make a good living. Other than that, you're gonna be stuck where you at. You know, it is what it is. But a lot, and that's why.
But
And expect my bad, but especially when COVID happened, that made people even more lazy and quit their. You know, I don't know how it is in your states, but right here, people didn't even pay rent for 6 months because you know how we're on lockdown.
Right.
People use that excuse, but it backfired. Long term, a lot of them lost their homes, apartments, or they playing catch up. They're working crazy hours to pay out, whatever, because you know that adds up. Those companies, those business, they want their money. The electric, the owner of the house, the rent that you in. Because a lot of people didn't pay their stuff over here, and a lot of people got kicked out, and you know, because I think when COVID happened, made people more a little bit lazy because they were lazy before, but now it just got worse.
Makes sense.
yeah, I knew a guy who didn't pay his rent, and he was like, "I ain't paying it no more." I'm like, "What?" But you're still working. I think that anytime that you don't pay a bill, it's never a good idea.
Oh
Right.
For
yeah,
months and months, because you're just gonna add up, and it's like you thought that they were really gonna say you could live here for 6 months and not pay rent.
Mm.
Like, does
because
that make
again,
sense?
they thought they got it because of COVID because we were locked down. You know, well, I don't know how it was in your state, but they didn't let us go out. Barely people go out. Certain time we got to be home by 8 o'clock. Everybody got to be
Yeah.
home.
Yeah,
Whatever.
we still had like I still was working. You feel? I still went to work. They allow I think 20 to 30 people in the store at a time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
There we
so
go.
I still was working. I had to keep that income coming. I had to keep them bills paid because I don't believe nothing for free.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
like
I don't know who thought that or why they was thinking that.
yeah, it is crazy out here. But yeah, a lot of them it backfired. It just blew in their face, like boom, and
Hmm.
they became homeless, or they had to move back with their family members or friend to play, you know, to catch up or work crazy hours. And a lot of them are stressed, like God damn, you should have paid your bills because it's gonna come back and bite you.
So yeah.
The moral of the story, there's no such thing as a free lunch.
Exactly.
Mm.
That's why when somebody offers you a coffee, don't take it. You're gonna regret it. Have you heard that story, Main Event Fro, about the mob? When the mafia boss, whatever, offered you coffee, you respectfully said no, thank you. The moment you drink it, like now they're slowly introducing you into the life, supposedly.
Mm. Yeah, I
It's
ain't
like in
heard about
prison. Yeah, like in prison, like that's why you don't ask for no soap or nothing because the moment you take something, now you owe them a favor. Now you're screwed.
that.
And
Okay, okay.
if you don't return that favor, guess what? You know how it is. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, they kind of played something like that in Gotham. But yeah, I get the point though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
why never take nothing from nobody.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I be saying.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
man,
I agree with
nothing
you
for
on
free,
that.
man.
That's
And you
and
only
then
got like a short percentage of genuine people that'll do it and you don't owe
Yeah.
nothing.
And some people get lucky with it, and some people don't. You think, oh, he's a generous person. Then he does a 180. Like, wait a minute, whoa, what the? I
and
Right.
it's
didn't
like,
expect that.
remember that one time I helped you out? You're like, God
Mhm.
dang, can anybody just do anything out of the out of being genuine? Does everything have to be like a mental score sheet where it's like
No,
now I owe you because you helped me out that one time?
no, you're
You
right on
know?
that. But here's the problem, though. See, for me, this is like mostly a Western but American problem. What did I learn in America? What did my people learn in America? You know what they teach them? I don't because you guys, the white, the black, is normal. What we learn is America teaches you how to backstab people, scam them, lie to them, and trick them, and screw them over. Like when what I come from, helping people is a good thing. In America, when you help somebody, usually it's one or two things. Either this guy's scared of me or he's sucking up to me.
Right.
And I noticed that, like, wait, whoa, we're not sucking up to you is like part of the culture. We're respectful people. When the Chinese man comes and he's a respectful person, that's how we act because we can relate to one another. It's not we're sucking up to you. Trust me, you want violence, we can get there, but that's not the point. That's how we greet people. We help people. It's like when somebody, like if my fellow Arab helps me, I understand. I appreciate. Yeah, either I can decline it or say I appreciate the help. And most Americans, they be grateful, like some of them, but it's that mindset. Oh, is he gonna scam me? Is he? Because now we're learning that too. Like fuck. Like when a white man or a black person, like, am I getting scammed? It's sad. We don't want to think like that. No, he's really want to help me, or he's gonna screw me over later on. You know, because that's what happens when you grow up in
Yeah.
America. Because the government does it, the business people do it, and we do it to each other. The lower people live in the ghetto, so to speak, or whatever, and even the middle class do it. Either we're gonna get screwed,
It's all over.
unless, or we might get lucky, and this person might help us. You know, it's like you roll the dice. God damn. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
always
definitely is a backstabbing situation because it almost starts to feel like everybody's out to get you, and it's like makes you feel like you can't trust nobody.
and that's a problem too.
Yeah.
Because think about it, your doctor is scamming you, your lawyer, the dental is scamming you, your insurance, but you got to pay eventually, right? People in America is even afraid to get sick because no one wants to go in an ambulance. This one dude, he's a former Air Force. He went to the hospital. They did some tests. Guess how much his bill? He's still pissed about it. $30,000.
I believe
Mm,
it. I believe it.
I
Like,
believe it.
wait,
They know how to run them prices up.
wait a minute, 30,000 for what? Like, I didn't get no surgery. So it's just a mess, you know. That's why I keep telling people think America sadly is a business. It's a business. You gotta how to make money. When the upper people on top looking down, they treat us like a business. That's why when I speak to these white people, I say you're getting upset. You know why you're upset? Because you're in a bubble. Now you finally got out of that bubble, and now you welcome to the real world, bitch. So see how we go, what we go through. And when I say we, I'm saying the brown, the black, the Asians. Like this, is what we have to deal with because you're in that bubble. America's in that bubble. Now I'm talking about everybody. Now we're in a bubble. We're like doing our own stupid thing. Once we get out of this bubble, once you get out of that bubble, like the world's different. They're looking at us like you guys are literally. I'm not even joking. You guys are stupid mother. I'm getting dragged into this now because I'm American too. My cousin, like, it's insane, but
And now they want to get a tip everywhere you go. But I want to thank you guys so much for coming up. You're the second and third guest in the history of this show to come up. That was my last video though, so we've reached the end of the show. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Main Event Fro and Hassan's YouTube channel. The links are posted in the chat. Do you guys have any final thoughts?
yeah, for me, if you're gonna tip again, understand the situation. You know, even though like they being a little like aggressive, try to understand, like, is he going to, but if try to talk to him, calm him down. If that doesn't work, okay, screw it. He's not gonna, or she's not gonna get a tip. You know, try to understand the situation before you make your mind up. No, screw this person. Understand the situation. Talk, maybe have a talk with them. Try to make them laugh. Say something funny, and if it works, hey, tip him $5-10 or whatever. If that doesn't work, then yeah, he or she not gonna get nothing. But again, don't piss them off until you get your food and your drink. Then confront them. Hey, why were you rude to me? Or complain to the manager.
Yeah, that was it,
What about
Hassan.
you, Main Event?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Tip when you want to, you ain't got to, but always show kindness, because kindness costs you nothing. That's it.
All right, thank y'all so much. Make sure you guys go subscribe to their YouTube channels. I'm gonna drop y'all up out of here. You
Hey,
got
hold on,
anything else to say, Hassan?
Real
Yeah, go ahead.
quick. I send this channel for you and Main Event Pro. Go subscribe to them. They don't do panels or nothing, but this show every day they make a new video about the world, different topics. It's like a documentary, like a world like this is a crazy with the stories on there. It's like, god damn.
Okay,
Chicken.
you could post the link in the chat.
Yeah, I'll put it in private. Wait, Chicken Talk Chef Bang. Oh, that's you. Never mind. Yeah, that's the channel name. But I'll put it in the chat too. But yeah, go subscribe to them. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, thank you, Main Event Pro. Thank you, 907 Goodies, for having me up. Until next time, good night, everybody.
All right, Hassan. Yeah, I appreciate the invite.
All right, thank y'all.
All right.
Okay. Thank you guys so much, Foodie Gang, for tuning in. It was a really great show. So this is the second show where I've had guests come up, and I like it when guests come up to give their opinion on the topic and bring their insight and their personal stories. I want to thank you so much to No Captivity with Freezy for supporting the show. Thank you, Next Level, for being the sponsor of today's show. And I want to thank my panel guests, Main Event Fro and Hassan. Thank you, everybody, so much that has tuned in. Has tuned in and has interacted with the chat. If you're watching me on the replay, please hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and leave a comment. Let me know where you're watching me from. We also have another link that's posted in the chat to this channel that Hassan was talking about. Also in the chat is No Captivity with Freezy, Main Event Fro, and Ava's Playtime, and Hassan's channel. Please go subscribe to those channels. And make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Rumble. And join my Facebook group if you're on Facebook. And make sure you go back and watch all the other episodes of this series. We are on episode 27. And I don't have any more lives planned, but I'm sure I'll think of some during the week. And I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. And I will see you guys next time. Make sure you hit the like button. This is Chef Big Bang. Thank you so much for watching at 907 Good Eats. Make sure you hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe.